Morning, YouTubers. We're back in Gangwondo. Gangwondo is one of my favorite provinces in Korea. And we're in Wonju. And we're hiking Yong Su Gol. Gol means valley, so Yong Su Valley. And we've been doing this one for about 14 years, at least 2 or 3 times a year. So Yong Su Valley, Yong Su Gol, Wonju, in Gangwondo. Okay, what our plan is today, we're right here, and we're going to walk up this way and come back down this way and have a beer. There is a mountain up here, Bakunsan, 1087. You know, we've never done it. Well, it does say Baegun Mountain Recreation Forest. That's what we're going to do today. Now, we could go right or we could go left. We're going to go left. The guy at the pay booth, we had to pay 2001 to come in the park. But he said, you can't go to the left. And Yong said, hey, we're from Gangwondo. We know what we're doing. So this is what we're going to do. Got to walk up this road and walk down the other side. So look, it's 8:50 in the morning, and it's kind of cool. No humidity. And we're walking up along the mountain stream. In the summertime, this is usually packed with people. You see the stream down in the valley. Yong Su Gol. We're going to do about 13 kilometers, I think. Okay, we're still slugging it up along the mountain stream. After 3.46 kilometers and about a 1 hour, 11 minute slog, we got to our turnoff. Got to our turn. Now we're still going to go up a little bit more. And it's going to level off. Looks like they cut the grass just for us. Yeah. Then it's going to level off, and then we're going to go down through the valley. The trail just meanders down through the valley. Okay, if you haven't guessed, this is a trailhead to go up to the peak at Baegun. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do the Yong Su Gol. There's your map. There's your trailhead. This is the trail. Look at this. It's pristine today. They cleaned it up. We're still kind of walking up. Although we should be the highest point that we're going to do today pretty soon. Right. Yeah, that's where we're going to have lunch today. Beautiful Gangwondo. Lived here for 11 years. There you go. That's Wonju. Wonju City. How gorgeous it is today. How beautiful it is to be in Gangwondo again. And this trail is just spectacular. Okay, we're heading down now. We got to the highest point. I got it about 723 meters. I thought it was 6 something, but it turned out to be 7, and we've been hiking for an hour and 37 minutes, and we've covered 4.92. Funny, it was 4.92 we had to walk from the monorail on that last night. I can see Wonju down at the bottom. What we're going to do now, we're going to walk down the valley. And though I walk through the valley of death, I shall feel no evil, because I got Yong Su Gol. And there's a pagoda down here where we're going to eat lunchy. And then we're going to go see our old house where we used to live. Lived in that house for 11 years. It's the longest I've lived in a house since I left England, since I immigrated. I don't want to get too close here, but there's another great view of the great city of Wonju. Some great restaurants in Wonju. We're not actually going to Wonju today for our meal. We're going to Hong Chong. We're going to eat the best samgyeopsal. Samgyeopsal is a big favorite in Korea. It's actually pork belly. But we're going to eat the best samgyeopsal on the planet. Well, we're having a little bit of a discussion here on beautiful Yong Su Gol. It's lunchtime. We came up this trail one day. Oh man, in the wintertime in the snow. Okay, lunchtime. Tuna fish. And Yong Su says they took out the pagoda, and I'm saying it's further down. We'll see who's right. Have a great view of Wonju. Then we're starting to see the valley now. We're starting to head down towards it. Well, it looks like I won my argument. What are you going to say, Yong Su? Your husband is always right?
So what?
Your husband's always right. I knew there was my pagoda. Just pulled out some butterscotch candy out of my backpack. It's probably been there. It's probably been there for a while. But here's the valley. Moving down into the valley. You see how the trail meanders down around the corner. You can see what we're going to do. We're going to go down, then around this one, then up to the end, then we're going to come down this one here, then out to the end. So that's what we're going to do today. And we're not, this mountain's for lovers. Got a bit of a stream. This is a stream that cuts the valley. I think there's 2 streams if you come on this course. You can come 2 streams. This is a smaller one, I think. A little bit of a waterfall up there. Not much though. Oh yeah, the leaves are kind of like hiding it. That's just part of this gorgeous, gorgeous. What it was all about. Anyway, there's a little reminiscing for me here, because I used to do this hike a lot of times, especially when Yong Su was out of town, because it was so easy to get here by bus. But one time I did it was like 95 degrees out. It was so hot. So when I got to this stream, I just dived into it, threw water all over me to cool myself off. Also, I've done it when it's been absolute solid ice on this bridge. So we've done it in all kinds of weather. A little babbling brook. Have a little waterfall coming from the mountain. I just remember there was a waterfall over here. Over here? Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, we've been walking downhill for about an hour now. We got to go uphill a little bit. Ooh. Let's put some different gears on. Change gear. And another little waterfall here. And this place used to be covered in ice. Up at the top here, there's some cabins that you can rent. And then there's some cabins over in the big building, large building. And this parking lot. All this stuff was built, has been built since we've been coming here. We remember when they were building this right here, part of the park service. Wonju City. Yeah, and I came down them stairs, now I'm on the boardwalk. And I'll tell you, in the shade it's absolutely gorgeous. There's hardly any humidity. Because the shade shades you from the heat. Just absolutely gorgeous. When you're out of the shade, it's a little bit hot, but it's not overbearing. It's perfect weather. Close to the city of Wonju. Wonju. We just have a small garrison in Wonju called Camp Long. Then one up close to Hang Song called Camp Beagle. And I used to work at them both. 11 glorious years. And I closed them and moved me beyond deck. You hear the rushing, oh look at that, how beautiful that is. We've hiked, let's see, we've gone over 10 kilometers yet. No, not yet. 9.79 kilometers we've been hiking. Almost 3 hours. I think last time I did this, I think we did it with Sarah. And she was wearing a GPS watch. I didn't have a GPS watch at the time. And I remember her saying total was 13 kilometers. I don't know this one. Okay, we did the whole loop. And we're pretty much almost where we started from. Fighting! Brazil! So we're back. This is all new. This was just a regular stream. Just like it is downstream here. They all built that. You know something, they've done a lot of construction and they've done a lot of improvements. You know, like I say, when we first started hiking here, it was pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? A barren trail. And they kept on doing things and I thought, they're going to ruin it, they're going to ruin it. But today's hike was just spectacular. And they've done a lot of good stuff. And I congratulate the Wonju City Park Department. I'm not sure who's the authority, but that was just one super hike. Really enjoyed it. So once again, it's called Yong Su Valley, Yong Su Gol, and we just really enjoyed it. Okay. The bus stop's right there. Then what I used to do, I used to come on the bus when Yong Su Gol was out of town. And when Yong Su Gol was out of town, I used to come here by myself. Like I say, a bus stop's right there. The bus runs every 2 hours, so 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So I'd get here at 12 o'clock on the bus, and I'd do the hike. I'd get the hike done in about 3 hours. And this place used to be jammed. This river would be jammed, and these restaurants would have tables down on the river, and they'd serve food down there. The waitresses would run down there and serve food. People would frolic. Now today's a Thursday, so I think the schools are back in I'm pretty sure the schools are back in Korea. But they used to sit in the river. Now he's come down the little store here. Like I say, I get back for 3 o'clock, the bus is at 4 o'clock. So give me an hour, and you used to have tables and chairs. I don't know what happened to the tables and chairs. You got a table, no chairs. I guess the place went downhill when I left. And I used to sit and have a couple of beers, and when the 4 o'clock bus came, just catch the bus back to town. Yeah, we found one problem in Yong Su Gol. It says cast fresh in 2001 World Cup in Brazil. Oh, they're bringing chairs now. The other thing we mentioned is this restaurant next door was a rinky-dink little restaurant. Now it looks like pretty crowded. Must be doing very well. So Yong Su Gol's flourishing. Okay, I'm home. At least this was my home for 11 years, right here. We're visiting our old landlady. She seems to be doing well. There's Young Oak now. An old landlady, and she's doing well. This big grey monstrosity wasn't here. This was actually when we first moved here, the guy had a couple of cows here. He had to move. And when the cow had chickens, and if you can see in the background, you can see fighter jets from Wonju Air Base. And I used to walk across these rice fields here down to the Fiddler's Green. Like on a Sunday, it was just like being in England. I used to go down to Fiddler's Green, have a couple of pints, then walk home, especially on a beautiful day like today. Young Oak would be at the home here, and she'd cook a roast, and I'd get home, and the roast to be smell. Happy memories. 11 years, happy memories. And then there's the fishing hole. This has never been a viable undertaking. There's a few cows parked over there. I don't know what for. When this guy took over, every now and again you get a fishing competition, which was more for us a pain in the ass than anything else. Because there'd be so many people here, and the trash and the traffic, to me it wasn't worth it. See the cosmos here during the fall time, this whole place is full of cosmos. And the rice field down there looks like they've cultivated some of the rice already. I think it's because Chuseok's next week, and they probably get some new rice for Chuseok. And that mountain up there was, sorry, let me get a little bit over. You can see it. Over here is the peak. And that's Dokgusan. And that was my training mountain. That's how I kept in shape. We'd do that a couple of times a week just to stay in mountain shape. Because if you don't hike mountains all the time, like today we hiked a pretty good course today, and right now my back and my legs are so sore. Well, we used to go into Hangsong, actually over to Hangsong Girls' School behind it, and we could hike all along, then drop down here and end up in the village. So this is my hometown. I call it my hometown. This is the longest I lived in a house since I left Romley. And Romley is where I started from, without stopping by. There's a dog here. I'm sure he's going to start barking. He's going to get worried. Well, he shouldn't do, because this should be this is a public path. You know, see the peppers drying in the sun. It's gorgeous. The peppers drying in the sun. They say sun dry. Hey, what's all this noise? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look, you beautiful, aren't you? What you making all that noise for? I've got to watch my step now. What? 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 Oh, be careful. Oh, there's a big dog. This must be Mom. There's a big dog. Okay, I used to come up. You can see there's a road over here, and I used to end up coming along past the vegetation here. I don't know what they're growing there. It looks like gandit or sesame. And flowers are growing. And the pepper's drying. It's late summer. Oh man, come here, come here, come here. I'm sorry. I gotta watch where I'm stepping. I'm sorry. You're such a beautiful dog. See, you didn't learn a lesson, did you? Okay, this is it. This is a. Oh, we got selling stuff. Look at this. It's almost like a small village. It's just a great restaurant. I'm noticing. Oh. And the pig is right, alive and well. 안녕하세요. How are you?
이게 뭐야?
Yeah. You got me on YouTube. 안녕하세요. Oh. Thank you. 안녕하세요. I just love this restaurant. The best restaurant in the world. Thank you. Check it out. This is samgyeopsal. The name of the restaurant is the type of cooking, how to do the cooking. But it's samgyeopsal, and this is the best samgyeopsal restaurant on the planet. It's actually my favorite restaurant, period. I don't think I have a more favorite restaurant than I do this place. And that's todok. Todok is a root similar to ginseng, is famous around this area. What do you say?
They usually charge 10,000 extra.
Yeah. We got soju coming? But if you're ever in Hongchon, this is definitely the restaurant. I mean, it can be crowded. Is it Gangwondo soju? All right.
Do you remember this lady here?
안녕하세요. How are you? People, we've been coming to this restaurant for about 15 years. When we started out coming to this restaurant, it had. When we started coming to this restaurant, it had a dirt floor, and you got off the dirt onto a platform. You had to sit on the platform, typical Korean style. But they did have a place that people waited because it was so busy back then, and they had tables and chairs. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm on meat duty. I got flip meat. So there was tables and chairs in there, and they would allow me to sit out there. And as being a foreigner, most Koreans didn't want to sit there because the platform sitting on the floor had the heat, so it was nice and warm for them. In the other place, they had like a fireplace kind of thing. But I just love this restaurant. cooking our meat on charcoal. We're in Gangwondo.
Vindicate you.
So, to eat this properly, got a piece of lettuce, piece of meat. This is a green onion. We call in Korean it's called Wonju. A little bit more green onion. They put a little bit more than that because since we got plenty. Piece of garlic. A couple of pieces of garlic. A little bit doenjang. Then you wrap that baby up. And man, if you don't like that, there is something wrong with you. While we getting meat, Young got some cold noodles called makuksu. This is one of my favorites here in Gangwondo. Although there's a restaurant close to our house, is really good. So she's mixing up the cold noodles. It's spicy. Man, this restaurant's so good. Here comes my portion. Did I get the egg? I always get the egg. Whenever she orders cold noodle, I always get the egg. That's good. A little bit of broth. Because the broth is the key. The noodles and the broth. Man, that's good. I always get the egg. Why do I always get the egg?
You're a dictator.
So tasty. I'm telling you, if you don't come to this restaurant while you're in Korea, David Black's been to this restaurant. Okay, another thing in Korea, if you don't change the grill often, you're gonna die from cancer. Burnt thing. So she comes very dedicated. Matt Sprites has been to this one. I can name a lot of people. Leo Dumont comes there quite often, I think, when he visits the Catholic Church up on the hill. Alarita's been to this one. Jeff Minetti's been to this one. When I was in Wonju, I used to bring anybody over here to this great restaurant. I'm going to turn this off now because I can't imagine why we want to turn it on anymore unless you want to see me gluttoning down. But with a great hike, Yong Su Gol, we saw our favorite landlady, where we lived for 11 years. And now we're eating at our favorite restaurant. This is a nostalgia trip for both of us. And we just loved every minute of it. So, thing about this restaurant, I just love. And I don't often drink Korean style coffee. But, and I hope I can do this. But their coffee. Are you gonna help me? 감사합니다.
Come this way.
That coffee. And you gotta drink this stuff. Oh man. You gonna get some? Is so good. Everything about this restaurant is just so good.